sit on camp whittle. It's like a good plan, don't it? Let me get a stick and see if I can't whittle a little bit. Alright, got a little piece of river birch here. It's wrapped around a bigger river birch. It's got a spot on it. I don't know if it was dead at the top. But don't that look like a spoon? Let's see if we can make a big spoon out of this. We get it to split right. So, let's try it. Use the H&B little belt axe. Anybody who's watching my videos knows that I don't do purdy. We do functional. Motto says knives made to work. It don't say made purdy, it said made to work. Every once in a while I get a wild hair and make a pretty one, but it's still made to work. When you're doing power cuts like this, you get outside that triangle to death. Because there's no way when you're doing that much pressure on that blade that you can control it. So if you can't control the blade, then it's an unsafe knife. So you need to make sure that you know the area that that blade is going to go, or could possibly go. So you want it to go away from you and not toward anyone else. So you get it away from that triangle of death. Now when you're going toward yourself, make sure you have a stop. Something that blocks that blade. Like right here, my elbow against my stomach. My wrist is locked, so that blade is not going to come close to my body. Well, it may come close, but it's not going to get into me. When you're using a Master Woodsman, that Scandi right there, it'll hog off a lot of material. But when you want to do finesse, then that saber allows you to lay that blade down and control the thickness of your curls. It works really great with feathers and stuff like that for firecraft. But then you have that Scandi there that acts as a wedge that is great at batoning as well. Hence the reason for the two different grinds, is each grind lends itself to a different task, eat more easily. And you always have a hand or a thumb or a finger or something close to where you're cutting. So even now, I've got things that block me, and my hand is as close to where I'm carving as possible. That way you have more control. Now see, if I was out here trying to do this, I'd have no control. There would be no leverage or anything that blocks the blade. But up here, I have control. And if you control the blade, you're not going to let the blade get into you. And those blades are wide enough on the Master Woodsman to hold it like that. All in the design. What it was designed to do. You have a Master Woodsman, or any knife for that matter, and know how to use it. And you can make you a spoon to eat your beans with, and that sort of thing. I'd eat just about anything before I eat a can of beans, but hey, beggars can't be choosy. And pretty quick, you could have you a spoon that's hollowed out enough to eat you a can of beans. That didn't take, what, 5 minutes? It's already functional. Now if you want to dress it up a little bit, make it more prettier, then we could do that too. See all that's coming out of there? It's because of the blade shape. Now on the Model 1, it's more of a spear point. It doesn't have that belly on it. I prefer a belly because I can do more of this stuff. It's better skinner. A spear point, just, I mean, it's a strong tip. It's great for fireboards and things like that, but that'll do a fireboard too. So, but I just prefer a modified drop point because I can use that belly for so many things. I can get in these bowls. I mean, for skinning tasks and things like that, game prep. Because I am a hunter. I may not hunt as much as I used to, but I still like to hunt. See, I've got that thumb there that's close to where I'm carving, so I can guide that blade and I have control over it. See, it's just getting in there and just taking that material right out. When you have wood that wants to splinter on you, if you come into the side and cut it from the side, see how this little angle right here helps you do that? Again, folks, it's in the design. Each part of this knife is designed to do a certain task or multitask. From the way I use a knife. See that angle, you're pushing straight, but it's coming in at an angle. You push the blade straight, this is coming in at an angle, so that it doesn't splinter out your wood. See, if I went straight, see how it won't splinter out? But if I do straight and come in at this point here, see, it cuts it off at the side. See there? It's not splintering. But if I went in straight, it would splinter. See, it just splintered out. So you don't have any control over it. The thing about a Master Woodsman knife, if you're thinking about getting one, is you have to get out and you have to use it and use it and use it to understand what the knife is designed to do. This is not a standard knife. This knife is not designed for someone to go out and in a controlled environment in a park somewhere and just camp out, eat beans, carry a cooler with them. That's not what this knife was designed for. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, then you really don't need this knife. You may want it, which I don't blame you. I'd want it too. But I mean, it's not what this knife was designed to do. This knife was designed to be as close to a one-tool option as you can get. It'll do everything from cutting your bacon to carving your camp tasks, your tent stakes, your spoons, to processing your game, to all of those tasks. And that's what this knife was designed to do. And it's a lot of knife if you're not used to a lot of knife. And it takes some getting used to. It just gets in there and just hauls that stuff out. I mean, this is river birch. It's a good carving wood, but still, it would do this with any wood. I've used it on the oak, and if you go back through the videos, you'll see where I used the prototype, testing it out on tent stakes and things to see how well it performed. And I mean, it just, through seasoned oak, it was just amazing. There, down and dirty. This is not, we're not carving, we're whittling. We whittled us a spoon. And the time it took our beans to get warmed up, we got us a spoon to eat. Well, I wasn't satisfied with not making a knife today. So I decided I'd carve one. Ain't that so? I split it off too, so it's only got half a handle. That's alright. Made a Master Woodsman today. Okay. Final grind is done. Final polish is done. It's ready to go to the buyer. That side's kind of unfinished. Didn't have enough to finish the handle there. But not bad, huh? Full 90-degree spine. It has the Scandi flowing into it. I don't know if you can get that light just right. Scandi going into the saber. There's a cutting edge. It's all the same. There it is. Master Woodsman Model 2.